Let me show you the best way to create glow effects in Photoshop. You don't need to memorize the steps I'm taking. Instead, I will show you when and why you should take those steps. After this video, you will be able to create glow effects on anything. Without much ado, let's jump right into the mesmerizing world of Photoshop. This video is brought to you by Brand and Graphics channel, and my name is Vincent Annie. Today we are going to create glow effects on the antlers of this deer. We begin by separating the deer from the background. You will get to know the reason in a moment. You can use any Photoshop selection tool of your choice to select the deer. I will be using subject selection tools to do just that. Photoshop did a good job here, but there are a few imperfections. Now we use the quick selection tool to manually fine-tune our selection. Watch me as I subtract this part from the selection. And add this part to the selection. The hair and fur are difficult to select automatically, so we are going to use select and mask to refine the edges of this image. We are going to use the refine hair brush to brush around the edges in order to select the hair and the fur. Then we adjust a few settings. And our output will be new layer with layer mask. We selected the entire deer in order to have a separate background, but the glow effect is going to affect only the antlers. So we will select the antlers and separate it from the deer. What we are going to do right now is this. Let's hold the Control or Command key and click on this mask to load our previous selection. Then use the quick selection tool to subtract all this part. Next, we use Ctrl J or Command J to move the selection of the antlers to a new layer. Now we are going to darken the background using any of the options on the adjustment panel. You can use curve like so, but I'm going to use color lookup. And select Moonlight 3DL. This is why we separated the background, so we can add a separate effect on the background alone. We can also move this adjustment layer above the deer. Now only the antlers is above the effect, which makes it appear brighter already. Now let's convert the antlers to a smart object and rename it. We are going to know why in a moment. Press Ctrl or Command J to duplicate the layer and rename it. Group the layers and rename it Glow Effects. Select the upper layer and change the blend option to linear dodge. Now we are going to add blur effects. Select the Gaussian blur and change the value to 5. Duplicate this, change the value to 20. Duplicate this again and change the value to 150. Duplicate this for the last time and change the value to 400. Now this is the beauty of smart objects. At any time in this design, I can click on the smart filter and increase or decrease this value. This is the glow effect, but we can go further than where we are now. We can change the color of the glow using the hue and saturation panel. Check this box to colorize, then clip the effect on the layer below. Crank up the saturation to 100. Then drag the hue slide to select the hue of your choice. If you like this video so far, please give it a thumbs up, and the YouTube algorithm will push this video to more people that need to see it. To make our design realistic, the glow light will have to reflect on the deer body. We are going to hold the Alt or Option key, click and drag the hue layer down like so. We do not want this effect on the entire image, so we invert it using Ctrl I. Then we will use the sort brush to reveal the inverted effect, just where we want it to reflect. Ensure the white is on top. We do not want to paint the glow reflection on the dark part of the deer. So let's go to the blending option and apply the blend if. Hold the Alt or Option key to break this widget. Then drag this part away from the dark side towards the white. Now our painting can only reflect nicely on the bright part of the deer. Nice. But let's change the blending option to linear dodge to make it appear even more natural. I would like to darken the background even more so the glow will be brighter. We can do that by adjusting the brightness and contrast. We will again brighten the reflection by increasing its brightness and contrast. I would like you to know that we can create reflections anywhere around this image by simply creating a layer, sampling the glow color, painting on that area, and finally changing the blend option to linear dodge. And this is how to create glow effect in Photoshop. And just before you go, I invite you specially to subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos like this.